Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sasquatch Secrets and Sasquatch Dark Secrets. This is a test run to see if I was able to go live because I got 54 subscribers on that other channel, and it looks like it is working. The ugly music. Thanks a lot. No, actually, all that's got to change now. I'll have to do a whole new intro for the dark channel. I have to do the background. I started already messing with that today, but it's not working. It's not coming out. And it takes me a little bit of time to figure out backgrounds and all of that. I can get it to work, but see how I have my meteor shower in the back of me? I'm going to be doing something similar to that, except it's going to be a mist that's going to be going. And I can't find because see, right now my background is there, but see, I have to put it onto OBS as well, and I have to change. I have to make. There's a lot to it. So look, I have that done, but you see, it doesn't work with the format. See how my Sasquatch Dark Secrets name is too big? So I have to go alter that. I have to shrink it down to fit underneath me. And I have to create a new background for OBS, which is on a different system, so that it melds in with that background. So I might take him out of that background, put him on my background, which is mist. I don't know. See, I don't know what's going to happen. It's a lot. And then an intro, an outro. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do, right? I have been putting it off for the last few days because I'm like, this is too much work. Why did I do that? Because I like this, I meld right into actually my head is not right because my whole system crashed right before the show. I was supposed to go on at 10:15, but I lost communication with my camera, so I had to shut everything down and reboot, and then it decided to update right in the middle of that. So I had to go onto my phone, log into StreamYard, change the time. What a mess all this stuff is, you know? When I just used to pop on and everything, that was cool, but now I have to make it this big old production, Um, but oh, good. Thanks, Danny, for checking that out for me. He went over to the dark channel to make sure that was working, and it looks like it, except Danny. Oops. Why won't it? Oh, there you are. Add as moderator. Okay, I think you're blue over there now, Danny. Who else do we got here? I haven't even looked at not even on that page. Oh, hey, wizard. Maybe because I create videos and now how hard it is to create good visual content mixed with music. Just busting you. This trend where everyone is in competition for the longest and most obnoxious intros is unnecessary, in my opinion. Yeah, but the intros are needed, and let me tell you why. Because once you become monetized, they run ads at the beginning of your show immediately. Okay. Well, I have mine set to do that. Sorta. Okay. There's a little bit of leeway. You can pick where you want your ads, but I don't have mine like that. I just have them put in the most opportune points, and the beginning is one of them. So if you don't have a minute long, I'm coming on, my trailing beginning If you don't have that, then it backs things up for people coming on. You need that to run so that the ads run on top of that, and people will be jumping on at your intro and not your get ready, I'm coming video. So there's reasons to have those long bits. People who pay YouTube to not have ads, you don't know that. You don't deal with all that. But the majority of the people on YouTube do not pay for YouTube. It's free. So you have to watch the ads at least for the first 3 to 5 seconds until the skip ad pops up. So that's why it's necessary in the beginning to have long intros. I have a 1 minute and then a 30-second intro on mine, and that won't ever change because I know people need that to get on. Not like you, Grass, or Sandra, or Sharon, who are people who are here waiting for my show. Okay, you guys are kind of excluded because you're here waiting for me. The majority of the people who come on get notified a minute later and then jump on, so it's the happy medium to do that. But yeah, my starting screen is 1 minute. My intro is 36 seconds for Sasquatch Secrets, and I'll be going and now doing that for my other channel as well. It will do that, but it's not monetized. So I could go with much shorter, a 30-second start screen and a 15-second intro over there, and it'll be fine because it won't matter either way. That channel will probably never reach the status of this channel. Who knows? Maybe. But I created that channel because I want to have other discussions that I can't have over here anymore. I can't have shows where I have Friday night fun nights and play music and just, fuck everything. I can't do that here on the regular Secrets channel, because next day I get hit big time now. And before it didn't matter because I wasn't monetized, so but now I can have them over there. I can have weird, crazy discussions over there. I can have after shows over there. We can have a regular show on Sasquatch Secrets, and then I can go to that channel to have candid after shows where anybody can say whatever and it won't matter to my channel. I can have discussions now about Todd Gatewood, MK Davis, Todd Standing, Mike Patterson, and whatever happens. If they hit me with a copy strike, it won't have an impact like it will have here, so because I'll be able to deal with it, or just let the strike, because they strike you for something and you can prove or disprove it. You can fight it, but it won't impact my normal channel. I can just let that channel write it out, because it'll fall off after a little while, those copyrights, if you allow it to. There's all kinds of different strikes. Music, content, videos. If they just don't like your content, they can strike you. If it's not part of the community, if you don't have happy videos, because I think Brent got one of those where they just didn't like his content. It was so wrong, by the way, that happened. I still can't see you because I gotta put you up over here. Hey, Robert. No worries, Jonathan. Just do your thing. It's just going to be a little bit of catching up with everybody and letting everybody know what's happening this week. We had a good discussion on Sunday. It kind of took a life of its own. I really didn't do much of the stuff I was going to show, but that's okay because that was my purpose. I just needed to have backup stuff. So I can always pull that stuff back up later if I want to go over it. Oh, Patrick, um, see, now you made me forget, Robert. Um, dang it. Um, what's his name? Danny knows. What's Patrick's last name? Shit, I used to. Um, yeah, Pat used to have Patrick all the time on his show. Vaughn. Yeah, Vaughn. Patrick Vaughn. And Pat Turner on his Sasquatch Secret, a Sasquatch Squatch Talk used to have Patrick on, and they used to be really good friends. So, but he never showed any evidence, never really wanted to or cared to show any. You know what? There goes my camera, because that's one thing I didn't even do, is I didn't set the camera. So much stuff, you guys. Let me set the camera. Remember, I used to have the issue. I have the issue with my fuzzy camera. Well, I figured what it was, but to fix it, I have to go over here. Watch. I will solve that problem. Yay! No, I'm not fuzzy anymore. But I have to do this whole regimen every time I shut my computer down. I have to go and fix everything. Uh, you still see Patrick Vaughn? I thought he kind of disappeared. Look at my hair is a mess. It was raining outside. Um, so that's what I got to do today. We're also the other reason for creating the other show, like I said, was to have these shows. And part of that is to talk. The next show we really want to do is to dive deep into the whole Todd Gatewood thing. And he is quick to hit copyrights. But we're in development right now, and it's between Tate Hieronymus and Brent and myself, and we might have somebody else on there. But right now we are gathering information, and I'm still going to try to do a show that is not how do I put this? Well, I'm not here to bash him. I don't know Gatewood. I don't know him personally. I have had arguments with him online. You know, he told me to go crawl underneath the rock I came from. He told me I had a little pissy show, whatever. And I know I sent that message to Brent, so he's got to go find that, or I have to go all the way back on our messages from like probably the beginning of the year, um, so we can have all that evidence of how he acts, because I don't have anything against him. I want to know why he thinks he can change the name of the Patterson Gimlin film. It's his now, right? Patterson Gatewood film is what he's calling it now, and that's not correct. And I think somebody should say something about that. So we're going to do that, and it's going to be over on the Dark Channel. And I don't know if we're aiming for this Sunday or not. I'm going to start working. Well, first I have to work all day today on getting my backgrounds and intros and outros and stuff like that. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday would leave me 3 days to try to have receipts, try to get all the receipts. Because the one thing when you do stuff like this is that people will say, well, that's not true. But he has stated so many things publicly online, which I can show that is commentary and criticism. And by laws of the fair use, I can post that. but his likeness, we all know what he looks like. So I don't need to show you what he looks like. And I can definitely tell you where to find him, and everybody else can go find him. So that's not an issue either. Um, but we just need to have that discussion without verbally castrating him. I mean, it's not about him, which people will turn to because that's what they do, right? When they don't have an argument against you, right away it'll turn into, I'm a fat pig. I'm still a pig with lipstick. That was something recently that was put on a show. The Untold radio show I did with Doug. There was a comment left for me that I'm still a pig with lipstick. People are ugly out there, and you do have to have um a thick skin for some of this, and sometimes I don't. I mean, Brent knows, if I break down, he'll know. There's a couple of other people that I'm like, I'm done. This is BS, I'm done. I don't need to put up with this stuff. They don't even have a good argument for me. They just want to pick on the way I look. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. So you try to ignore, yes, Jen, you try to ignore all that and just focus on the evidence, focus on what's being said out there. Because I'll argue your words. That doesn't mean I hate you, doesn't mean I have any ill will towards you, but words matter. So that's where I'm hoping I need to, we'll have a couple more discussions with Brent and Tate about how we want to address this, because we do know he hit Brent with a copyright, and that was just a short little video. So we want to try to avoid that. And there's only, if we do it the way I plan on doing it, then I can fight it when he does strike that channel. But he'll have to strike that channel. And what'll happen is I'll go full dark channel on that, and then I'll just share it onto this channel, or the regular secrets channel. And because he can't hit them both. He has to hit the home channel that has, does the show. But there's other stuff too that we want to have conversations about live. And we have not done that. Brent and I have not done that because he knows it'll hurt my channel. I want to have those, but now the more and more I got up into this area, and now that I am monetized, it's harder. It's harder now because now I have all these things pop-ups, saying, shoot, Jerry's intro that I did for him, that little 8-second thing, the music for that got me copyrighted. And I didn't get copyrighted before. Now that I'm monetized, it knocked out my whole monetization because of a 9-second audio I had on there. That was from YouTube. But since last year, it changed. I had to go change the music. I haven't even checked if it fixed itself because I changed the music. I'm pretty sure I changed the whole thing. I think I gave Jerry a whole new intro. Because the other day I redid like 4 intros just to have them good to go. And Canva, I pay for Canva. I pay the big premium, but I'm supposed to be able to use those onto YouTube, and that is not the case. I'm telling you, I've gotten hit many times from Canva music. So I'm just going to use the new stuff that's come out, because once you become monetized, they give you a whole different creator music. So now there's a lot more on there, and I can use that. Only use that. The thing is every time you pick a music, you have to save it because you have to attribute it down in the description. And I think I'm not doing that properly, but so many little things you have to do when you're a creator. And I'm just a small potatoes creator. I can't imagine those people who are, do this for a living. It is work. It definitely is work. Oh, there's octopus with no friends. You got friends here. Um, so that's what's going on. More work. Ask Trackway. I can't imagine going through like how many videos were you running on the Deer Lake Trail Trackway? You had your one on your head, right? That was at the GoPro. And then you had the one that you were holding on to. Did you have a third? That's just too many. I only want one video, and I'm using my phone, right, for my main content. But now that I have the GoPro, I think I want to just do whenever I go out, I will put it on my head because it is easier to put a camera up on your head and look like a nerd and have your hands free, especially at night. Good Lord. You kind of feel like if something's coming at me, what are you going to drop and run? Or what are you going to use to defend yourself? I'm going to use my stick and my camera stick too. It's so, I don't know, you just want your hands free because then, I have my walking stick with me because I get unbalanced by the time the end of the night. I get very unbalanced because I'm tired and my knees are starting to go. So I have to have my walking stick, at least one, and then I always have my gimbal in the other hand. And by the end of an hour or two holding that, your arm starts to get tired. And now I got an even bigger GoPro stick now. I can put the GoPro on a big stick. But I can put that onto my side, hold it onto my side, which would help if I decide to use just GoPro. But putting it on my head, and then if I get like Jonathan wants to get, is it Jonathan? No, it's Brian. Brian from Brian and Chewy. He's looking into getting a Phasm infrared camera, night camera. I've been wanting one of those for a long time, ever since I saw those on what's the chick and the dude Hellbent Holler uses that, and it seemed like pretty good footage. Seems like they're doing pretty good. I will I'm gonna put that on my Christmas list. That way I don't know if I could hook that up there. Brent has a backpack, and right here on his shoulder, he has his camera. So I don't know how that footage is because he hasn't put anything out. He's been busy. He has been busy. And so I don't know how that looks. I don't know if I could do that, put it on a backpack. But I have sloping shoulders. I don't have straight shoulders. Can you see that? I have sloping shoulders and always have. Purses are horrible. Purses I have fall right off. I fall right off my shoulders. I have to use cross straps. So much stuff. And I don't want to get a ton of equipment because I'm not out there every weekend. I wanted to go up to the mountains over here, but they had a lot of fires in June. And then July I was preparing for BC. And now we're in August and school started, so I had to get stuff ready here, and then I had to go to Arizona for a couple weeks, and now they're having flooding up there. So a lot of the back roads are just washed out. I in the Ruidoso area anyway. It's very, very bad. You can look that up. Flooding in Ruidoso. Even on TikTok, if you put Ruidoso flooding, it's horrible. Even the racetrack that's up there at the casino has washed off. The whole section has just collapsed of a racetrack. It's crazy. I think Cloudcraft's okay. I think the weather's probably pretty good. It has been raining up there. I love the rain in the mountains, but uh, so I should be getting out there. I need to do that once I get. I still have. Let me see. All this, okay, is from previous two shows, and I need to file this. I bought some more sheet protectors, but I need to go to Sam's Club and get the whole big ass box of sheet protectors so I can file this away because and get some more. I need more stuff too. I'm not throwing this stuff away because I like to have it on hand. So I have to file all that today. Somehow file it or put it, organize it somehow. Um, and I still have like videos from BC that I haven't done. So I have that too. I don't know if those are going to get done. So it's going to be busy. I just have to find the have to be in the mood to do this stuff. You really do. But I hadn't had a I was going to do just a members only one, but I thought I needed to do a real one so I could link the dark channel and make sure everything was working. Oh, right, Jen. And then I want to go to Whitehall. And that's in the end of September. And right, that Jen, that's the end of September, but there's like camp out that's being organized on like the 25th, 26th, 27th or something. Oh, where's my hold on. To get my so Whitehall's probably on what, the 27th and 28th or the 28th and 29th? I keep asking you guys over and over and I don't write it down. I don't know why. So, okay, Whitehall, you're saying is what? Wait. The 25th through the 1st, and that's September 25th through October 1st. If I go to Whitehall, heck yeah, I'm going to see Steve Calls. So that's a week. I would need to do a week. So Jen, we need to talk because if I'm going to buy these tickets, I need to see what my money is right now so I can purchase these tickets as soon as possible. And what the dealio is, can somebody sponsor me with a tent or am I going to share a tent? Or are we going to be in a little cabin? I still have Canadian money. I have like $100 in Canadian money that I have to go exchange. Holy cow. I think it's right here. Matter of fact, I think I put it away. It's so pretty. Where is it? Oh, right here. Their money is so pretty. One of them has like this, like clear. Can you see? It's clear in it. Is that so cool? And then the 20 is like, the 20's got one too. It's so weird looking. Look, is that weird? Feels fake. It seems so fake. Anyway, I've got to go exchange this. I'm gonna very soon. Actually, I need to put it in my purse so when I'm out by the bank, I can stop. Um, so there's that, I do. Robert, Nikki, I forgot to thank you for that gift. I received it a few days after you said you mailed it. Great. Thank you for telling me. Um, Robert won the pin. Where's the pin? I put it in her hand. Whoops, this way. Why am I all backwards? That pin, he won that pin. It's become her little doll. Um, I'm sticking up here with my other stuff. Um, John Candy, very funny. Jonathan's comment. We can definitely set Miss Nikki up. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jonathan. So I will definitely start seriously thinking about that now. Now that other things have happened that I didn't know about, the loss of my stepmother. Uh I can now concentrate on I can plan other things. Um yeah, cool. Yeah, set me up and I will make sure I can make this happen. I got to talk to my husband and do that. Oh, I need Google Chat, huh? I used to have Google Hangouts back in the day, but I'll get that on my phone. I might already have it. I don't know. Um, Need to make that happen. Oh, see, and I didn't even write it down again, Jen, and you just told me what the dates were. 25th through the 1st. September 25th. Whitehall. Well, I'm putting Whitehall, but I know you guys are going out. The Whitehall is just one day, right? Saturday. So that's the 28th. So and because I want to do the week. If I go, it's worth it for me to do the whole week. You know, I don't want to just go for a couple days. Um, what else? What else did I have to talk about? Got 3 people over on that one going. I have YouTube over there with secrets over here to the dark. Um, so that's going to be the next big project for a show is doing the Gatewood thing. And I'll let everybody know on my main channel where it is going to be over on the dark channel, but I'll do a lot of advertising for it on this channel, but it'll be over there. And there's a lot of stuff Brent wants to do, but like we can't do it on this channel anymore. Before it wasn't as big deal, but now we can't. Have you seen Brent? He probably has 13,000 subs already, but they're not real. But they're not real. They're real. They're real. Um, why is that doing that? I don't know. Okay. You're back and forth. It's okay. I just want to make sure it works, you know. We can I'm not worried about the sub stuff on there. It's just people will go see that when I advertise what we're going to be talking about. And I have to be real clever about the thumbnail for that as well. And I've already have some ideas to do that. So that's another thing I need to start making a list of the stuff I have to start working on. Um Jeffrey Poppin. Hey Jeff, just BSing about all the shit I gotta do for this new channel, preparing for a show. Um I gotta clean up my workstation. My workstation is getting cluttered with work. And I think there was something else too I wanted to talk about. Watergate. I know. Uh Tristan, I have been trying to work on a play on words with Watergate and Gatewood, okay? Because I can't put Gatewood on the thumbnail. I don't want to put that on there. Because that'll get for sure he'll hit me with using his name or whatever. And it shouldn't. I should be able to use it. But I have some ideas already rolling on thumbnails for this show. And I mean Tate he's explosive right now. So gate gate gate. I don't want to say what I want to say because I want it to be like a pop, surprise. So I'm not going to divulge where I think I'm going with that title. Baitwood. Oh my god, Baitwood. Baitwood. I should start writing some of this shit down. Where's my pen? Oh. Too much. Oh, look, I have Ron Moorhead shit. I've got all kinds of MK Davis stuff. Now, we have asked MK Davis to come on, but he's declined already. That is because he's not healthy. Or so he says so. But have you seen the latest shit he put out? Oh my god, like would it be 2 days already? About the Bigfoot fetus? They were out there like in 2008, and he's just now reporting that they found a fetus, a possible Bigfoot fetus. And there's video of it too. And it is not a fetus, by the way. Okay. All mammals, well, except for two that I know of, all mammals have an umbilical cord and a placenta. Okay. And that umbilical cord is attached at a belly button. All mammals have a belly button except for two. Okay. And it's in the center of a fetus. It would be near the center. Okay. Well, this mushy thing they found had like a long umbilical coming out the bottom of it. So crazy. It was not. Even if it was aborted really, really early, it wouldn't look like that. It could be a placenta with a umbilical, which most likely, but it was so tiny. I don't know. It could be so many different things. A baby bear could have been, but that's not the fetus. It's absolutely not a fetus. And they just threw it away because it was smelling. You wouldn't even bother to open it up to see if you could see. So ridiculous. That would have been one of the biggest findings of all time to find that. So crazy. Go look at it. It's on his green way. What is it? Green. What's his channel? Green Wave? Green something. You can't find him just MK Davis. Green Wave. Green Wave? Something. Oh, he's gonna make me probably look, huh? Because I want you to go look. It's so crazy. Maybe I'll just find the green. Yeah, I found it. Green Wave 2010. I'll just share it in the share it here. Let's share it over here. Yeah, there you go, Danny. Thank you, Danny. And here is the actual link. The actual link. Oh, maybe I should put the link over here. Let's share it over there. If I put the link, no, it won't. I'm on Sasquatch Secrets here. Well, it's not on my dark channel. If you want it, switch over. That's why I have mods. Thank you. So then the one link I put out there is to the actual Bigfoot fetus. So ridiculous. It's only like half an hour long. It's most likely a raccoon, okay? But it's not a fetus. Could be a placenta of a smaller animal, but it's not a fetus. It's not a fetus. And even everybody in his comment section down there agrees it's not a fetus. Ridiculous. But of course, you know, we're not looking in the right place because where everybody says the PNG film took place isn't the real place. That's the wrong place. Even though they've identified trees and everything already, it's not the right place. No, they're all buried in a whole different place. Oh, what was I going to write down? I already, gate. And there was another one. Made me laugh. Baitwood. I've also wanted to check into this Jan Maccabee character. That's another thing. I actually said Watergate would when that picture first came out, which is a good one. I just don't know. I don't know if actually having the Gatewood in there would hurt. But I already have the thumbnail running in my head, so just have to sit and do it. It's totally a fetus of whatever was that we were discussing. The umbilical cord isn't in the right place, Tessa. There's only 2 animals that don't have belly buttons, and that's because they're the weirdest mammals ever is the platypus and the echidna because they both lay eggs. So their babies don't have that umbilical belly button. All other um and they have a name to a special species name. I can't remember. Um have a belly button where the umbilical cord gets attached to, and it's in their center, you know, them, not on their feet or not through their head. So it's, if you look at that thing, it's attached at the bottom. It's not attached in the center. Oh, Tessa. It looks something weird. It is, but we don't know if it's a worm or a tapeworm or what it could be, you know? It could be a number of different things. And we all know that bears get very ginormous tapeworms because they hang out of them. Look that up. That's really disturbing. Bears with tapeworms hanging out their ass. That is disturbing. Who would have known, right? Because you are all going to go look that up now. I guarantee you. Oh, man. And it kind of looks like that string coming out there. So gross. Um, Grasshopper. And I said last year, or I said earlier when I got back from BC, that I wasn't going to have another shindig next year because I want to do other things. But I don't know. It's such a good event. I mean, it really is a good thing to organize. It's hard. It is. It's hard. Once it's done, I'm good again. But organizing it till it happens is kind of stressful. It is disturbing. But it's knowledge. You have to have knowledge, Tessa. You better go do it because you're going to be like, "Oh my god. Why did she tell me to go look at this?" But now you know. They drop those tapeworms in that water out there. And then you hear people saying, "Oh, this water's okay to drink." So, um, there's that. Um, I still had like another thing here to talk about. I won't do that. Oh, Tessa. I don't want to get rid of the shindig, Jonathan, for sure. I just it, you know, I tend to, if things don't go the way I want them, I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not gonna do this again. But I just have to learn that that shit happens, you know, and move on. But it is really expensive, you know, to do this every year, and for individuals like you and track. Jen couldn't come, you know, there was so many things that when I made it out of the country. But even had we had it in Washington again, that's still a lot of, that was the main part of the money, right? Was flying all the way over there. So it, to be fair, you know, it might, maybe we have one on the East Coast next year, you know? I don't know. But see, the East Coast always has the Whitehall. It always has the Hocking Hills. It has the Ohio where all you guys always meet up. It's just a matter of maybe I just attend those. See what I'm saying? It's kind of, we need to pick a spot that is not where everybody always goes, but is a good spot to check out. So, yeah, that was my intent, Robert, was to have one here in New Mexico. Um, and it is still probably a possibility. It's kind of halfway from the east and the west for people to come. But everybody I'd want to come would have to fly in because it's probably a 3-day travel by car. So you're looking at a week travel, and then they have to stay a week or 5 days, you know? So that means somebody would have to take off 2 weeks of work to come to the event unless they fly in for 4 or 5 days. And El Paso is international, so everybody could come into El Paso. But then I would have to organize, or I would want to organize tents, cots, sleeping bags. There would be a number of stuff that I would need to try to supply, which I don't have. And I don't have anybody in my area who could really lend me anything. Well, I've got a couple of friends who do have tents and stuff that I could probably start borrowing. So that would be a major thing, right? That would turn out to be Bulk, Arkansas, Boggy Creek. We have a lot of choices. LBL, next year, Matt is going to be in Kentucky. We could do a Kentucky run. Maybe a cool nickname for Gatewood. Gate would be Woody. Woody, try it again. Woody continued to change the face of Patty. Woody gets upset. I don't want to tell you what idea I already have. So, I mean, keep it up. That's fine because if I make slides, I'll use those. Also, if I use a slide and he hits me and it's for a slide, I can just delete the slide, right? I can just snap that out of the whole video. Bait, maltwood. In Kentucky from Big. There is worse things in Kentucky than Bigfoot. Ever see Wrong Turn? Why does that sound familiar? I think I might have seen it. I don't know. I'm not going to be alone. We'll all be out there together. Hillbilly cannibals. Oh my goodness. Be details. Dollywood would be fun to go to. That's in Gatlinburg? That's near Gatlinburg, right? Didn't it have like a huge fire a couple years ago? Kentucky Cannibal Hillbillies. That's crazy. What else? Where else would we go? The LBL, Kentucky, Ohio, The Adirondacks. I really don't have a desire to go to Florida. I don't. And look, Kaiju says it right as I was saying it. I don't have any desire to go to Florida at all. There's crocodiles and things I'm not interested in running into. Snakes. I deal with rattlesnakes here, but I don't know. I'm not interested. Um it's really nice though, tromping around, not being afraid of snakes, like in BC or Washington. I wasn't afraid of running into a snake because that's always on your mind in the Southwest is with the rattlesnakes. You got to be careful. Coral snakes, you know, all snakes, any kind of snake. Did it take place in New Mexico? What? No, it didn't. Did it? Yeah, but New Mexico's already got aliens up the wazoo. I mean, a lot of places have alien stuff because of Roswell. And you want to know something? I've only been to Roswell one time and it wasn't for aliens, it was for work years ago. I want to go. I want to go check out the whole alien scene too. And I'm only like 3 hours away. I think I'm like 3 hours away. I just It's in the middle of the desert. There really is nothing there. And everybody complains about the one hotel, the one or two restaurants that, it's not really built for a lot of people. Texas. What kaiju? I wouldn't have a thing in Texas. I'm on the edge. I might as well be New Mexico. Seriously. Because it's very far. 10 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours to Houston and, you know, San Antonio, where they have the big thicket where there is a lot of sightings. But in between there and here is desert. There's nothing but oil fields out there. There are caves, but I am not a big person on them living in caves and stuff. So Area 51. That's in the freaking desert too, and that's in Nevada. Why would I go all the way to Nevada? Well, Vegas, I will never turn down a trip to Vegas. Sorry. Never. Tell me when to be there and I'll make it happen. Because we get really good flights from El Paso to Las Vegas. Like $59. Healing Fields, maybe you can record some samurai chatter. Oh my god, samurai chatter. You know who else says they heard chatter? Is it flat flat um Flat Rock? I was gonna say Flat Booger. Flat Rock's area. I think him and his wife hear chatter in his area. I gotta check that out. I don't know. It seems like an interesting area. Mm. And many people have gone with them and experienced stuff there. Vegas shindig, no Sasquatch, but lots of shots, lots lost of slots, or lots of slots, or lots of shots. That could go so many different ways, Jen. Uh, oh, Los Alamos. Yeah. I don't want to go out there. It's still radioactive. You still have to wear a little thing, a little if well, you can go and come, but it's like having an X-ray going out there. Blake Burrows. You might entertain a Sasquatch. Who's Blake Burrows? Honestly, don't know who Blake Burrows is. Where's he at? Um, let me see something. I'm distracting Jonathan from working. Does somebody know who Blake Burrows is? You know what's fun is going to White Sands. That's fun for a whole couple of hours, and then you want to get the hell out. Oh, that's Blake Dusher. Blake Dusher in Michigan, Minnesota. Where is he at? Michigan, right? Or is it Minnesota? Michigan. I think he's Michigan. Yeah, Blake Dusher. His last name is Dusher. Um, yeah, he has his own thing going on up there. He has runs a little you know what? That is an option that we could all go to his conference and go camping out there because he says he's got stuff happening. He's really focused on audio stuff. So there's a whole nother idea, which is also kind of halfway just for everybody. Uh, the only thing I have not issue with or anything, but I think him and Kreider are like friends or do s- do s- do stuff together. Uh, and I don't like Kreider, so I just don't think. I don't know. So many weird things have happened with Kreider, but he's maintained. He's still going out there, right? I mean, he's up in my area, up there, North New Mexico, but I have had uh, zero feelings on going up there. Your big books. I have a casino right down the road, and it sucks, man. It has the worst odds. You know, I always lose on the one here. The one on the other side of town, that's like 40 minutes away. It I can win over there, and I only go over there when there's free concerts. Half the concerts I go to are on the casino free. Yeah, I went to a very small little conference one time in Arizona, and it had like Mitch Wade. It had some people there, but I didn't really know anybody back then. It wasn't really my thing when I went to that one. And then I went in 2021. I went to the East Coast Bigfoot Con, the one done by Daniel Benoit in Virginia. I went to that one. And that was a 2-day event, and I had a blast, you know. I did meet the Squatch Watchers. I did meet the She Squatchers. Spent a evening with those gals. They're really good, nice gals. Um, Also, I think I met um oh my gosh, what's his name? I haven't talked to him in so long. Carc, C-A-R-C, Brandon. I think I met him there, but I didn't know who he was. I think he was there. I met the gal who does the Bigfoot books. What's her name? I'm so bad. I can't remember. I bought all her books for my daughter, but I can't remember her name now. And even though Texas has a big conference, in Jackson, it's still like 12 hours away from me. So I'd have to fly in. And I've wanted to do that, but I haven't really liked who was there. So, and I won't go to a Woo Fest. I won't do that. It has to be at least half the people there I like. Otherwise, it's not for doing a big trip. It's, having to rent a car, get a hotel, all the expenses. Um, but now there are conferences all over, all the time. But it would be amazing to be able to travel, to just be able to retire and travel to all the Bigfoot conferences. I'd do that. I would like to do that, but that's probably not in my future. Not in my future. The Bigfoot cruise seems interesting. I have to say, that does seem interesting. And I might even be able to get my husband to do that one. So that might be something in the future. Um, the one for me, I was just thinking about my background again. Hmm. But then everything happens from spring to fall, summer, right in the middle. So a lot of things are right back to back or on the same weekends. Well, remember this last Bigfoot cruise? Isn't that the one that Meldrum got severely sick and he got like evacuated from there? I think that's the one he got extremely sick. He's okay now, but he was sick for months. Oh, well, you've got Squatch America, who's Hannah and Scott Violet, who were doing that. They go from conference to conference in the North Pacific Northwest. And then they come all the way here to Cloudcroft because they've made friends with the new owner of the Bigfoot Museum up there. And so they come all the way here. I didn't get to see them this last Christmas because they came for Christmas, but I had a house full of people. So I couldn't leave them. I couldn't leave my guests to go up there because I'm 2 hours away from there. But I think they're doing it again, and I think they're coming in September. Wait. Oh, next month? September, October, they're coming. They're making their way back over here. So, I'm probably I'll see them then. I will see them. They've already kind of asked me to go up there and see them. So, I'll make sure that happens. Yeah. They're good. I've talked to Scott a couple of times, and I haven't talked to him recently. But we were doing the round table once a month, and then they got just way too busy because they do so many festivals that it's just too much. You know, you have to stop yourself sometimes. You want to do stuff, but it just interferes with your life, you know? And that they make their extra money on their festivals by selling their t-shirts. So they have to they do these events. And it's not just Bigfoot events, it's sporting, ooh, what do you call them? Sportsman festivals and stuff, like hunting, fishing, stuff like that. Yeah, taking a break because they just need to focus on what they were doing. For sure, you do. You do need that time. Uh, it happens every now and then. You just too much stuff. But because you know, when you're doing research or when you're doing stuff online or you build, all this stuff that I do, Grasshopper would call it fluff or, the unnecessary stuff, but I do that stuff and it takes time. It takes time to do that and to produce videos and the music and all this stuff and mm, it does take time. I mean, look at that. This is just from my phone. Those are just videos that I downloaded from my phone and oops. And it goes on to the other side. You have to know how much time, label what it is, figure out what's going to go with what, combining videos. Um, and then this one's just my GoPro videos. Those are all the GoPros that I did. Look, there's still several that I haven't even put out on that. Oh, and that's got a back too of 5 more videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more videos on there. One of them, yeah. Um, they're small, some are 6 minutes, 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't know. People want to see that stuff. I don't know. I put out the important ones right away, you know, the ones where we're out on the trails and stuff. And grasshopper. I heard that. I know you heard that. Um, it's just a lot. That's why I make one intro and I'll use that for all my videos for that event. So I don't have to keep doing a bunch. If anybody was running audio recorders, I was not. Um, I don't know, Brent. I think Brent was. Uh, Trackway's not on here, huh? He's at work. So I don't know. Yeah, he has audio, but he likes to incorporate it with his videos because it's cool the way he does the whole spectrogram and everything on there. I don't. You know why I don't? Because I'm with them. I'm not by myself, and they have all the really good equipment. So let them do it. If I'm by myself, and I'm getting rid of my old recorder. It's an old Sony recorder, but it's really hard to transfer files now. I don't know if it's just so old that it won't. I don't know what the problem is. I need to get. They're not that much, but I do want two. I want a couple of them. And you know, I don't know. Ew, my tea got cold. Um, the one thing that I wanted to see that Trackway didn't do is that there was one part on the night video where I was talking, but Brent, we heard a loud crack in front of him. And I wanted to hear what Trackway had on that, and he didn't have that on his video. Or wait, has that not come up yet? We haven't watched the night one yet, have we? Is that tonight? Is the 14th? That's tonight, huh? His night. So maybe we'll get to hear the night crack of that. Something large cracked of like a stepped on a stick or something. That will be tonight. So that'll be interesting to hear if Trackway caught that, because it happened right when I was freaking talking. And because that night I heard a bunch of stuff out there. You could hear something moving on the hillside. But this particular one that spooked Brent was in front of him because he had moved to the front because I had said, okay, I'm done. I heard something. You get in the front. So it was Brent, me, and Trackway. And then when we heard that and Brent stopped and he went a little ways, but then he says, oh, why don't you come up here and tell us what you can see? Because he had the thermal, right? That part right there. I'm interested to hear what he hears because I heard it twice. I heard the main crack and then we stopped and we talked about it. And then you hear it again. I heard it again. Not as loud and up on the side of the mountain. But if anything, could be anything. Could be a rabbit or a deer. So, but it still gets your blood going when you're like, oh, what was that? I hear that. What was that? And then I ended up in the back, in the back of the line. You never want to be the back of the line. Sure. And Brent's supposed to get me some screenshots, but he's been busy. Um, Brent ended up getting a new vehicle. Oh, Kaiju. How did Bumping Lake go? Did you end up going? Do you get anything significant from Bumping Lake? That's another area. I wouldn't mind going to Bumping Lake, but I don't want to go on the like on the really busy season. I want to go later, like maybe when it starts to get cold. I don't know. October, mid-October up on the mountain here was freezing, and I should have had a little heater in that tent. We were freezing our booties off. Oh, good. 60 people? That's too many people. Was it like a madhouse? Were you stretched out like in 20 miles? That's too many people for an event, though. I was thinking 15 people was just the right amount of people to have on an event. 20, maybe 25 would be max I would have at an event. Huh. Um, the park, provincial park, was full, but you didn't feel like it was full. You know, people were really quiet and were in your own area, and I did not feel squashed there because I've been to some parks where you are boom, 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 right up next to each other. And I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel like, you know, your space was invaded by anybody. Like I had to walk, there was space. Well, of course, there was the restrooms in between our two camps, but I still had to walk down to our camp from where Trackway and Brent were at. And so I didn't feel squashed and it wasn't loud. At the lake where the kids were playing, sometimes you could hear them, screaming and having fun. But that water at that particular lake was gross. It was slimy, muddy. So there wasn't that many people getting in that water. Mike's girls tried to get in that water and they were slimed and they came back and one of them took a shower immediately. So, um, there wasn't a whole you could hear kids though, laughing or having fun, but it wasn't obnoxious because I've been to some campgrounds that were like, dang, I just want to relax. But they're having fun, I would never complain about kids having fun or laughing and having a good time out there. I heard a wood knock and recorded a bunch of audio. There were a couple of sightings by people. There was. I gave an audio presentation and people seemed to enjoy it. Nice. Huh. How is that credible? How credible is it to have such a big event and then people see Bigfoot? They go to the event and they see Bigfoot. How lucky is that, maybe? I don't know. I went on Face Slap Alley and I saw nothing but bugs. Nothing. Nothing interesting. Well, the whole place is interesting. It was amazing. If I was a millionaire, I'd move up there. You need $1 million. You need more than $1 million to get a house up there. For sure. It's expensive. I couldn't even buy chicken. Holy cow. $25 for a pack of chicken breast. That's crazy. But, well, I don't want to hold you guys up. I got a lot of stuff to do now. And but I wanted to touch base with y'all and just have a little chat. And I haven't gotten any notifications for Tate. His next episode of Searching for Sabe should be coming out very soon. I already have the link. Cannot share it. It is not ready for sharing. But yeah, so go unsubscribe and then resubscribe. Sometimes that'll reset your notifications. See, that's not very credible there, Kaiju. Kaiju says that there was a 10-year-old kid who claims they saw Bigfoot walking in the woods. He was with his grandma and she was driving to camp and he saw it out the window. Could happen. That could happen. But I don't know. $0.99 a pound. You bought the whole flock yesterday? Robert, how credible is that? When you have an event with 100 people, that people won't make shit up. How do you know if it's real or not? And it just becomes, oh, you saw Bigfoot. Okay. Where did you get a picture of it? Did you get video? Did you get audio? You know what? How can you prove you've seen Bigfoot? But many people I don't have to prove I saw Bigfoot because I saw it. I had my own experience and I know. That is fine. That right? You can't poo-poo on somebody for saying I don't need to prove shit to anybody because that's their experience. But that doesn't like get the ball down the field, right? That's just a story. It's just that's your journey. And you saw something last week. Good for you. See, it's good for you, but it doesn't mean anything to me. It just is something you experienced. And it always will just go down as that. It's not anything, you know. It's important as heck to you. And when I see something, it'll be really important to me. And all I'll be able to tell you guys is that I saw something. I saw something walking in the woods and it was upright and it was hairy and it was a Bigfoot. But it's just going to be that story I'm relating to you, unless it's on video with me walking up to footprints to prove that something was there. There's so much that has to happen because everybody says there's a lot of evidence out there, right? Everybody has foot tracks. They've got audios that anything can make any noise, you know? Yeah, it's unusual, but you got to be able to prove what's making that noise. I mean, that's what the whole point of research is that, oh, you hear that barking? Oh, listen to that barking. Well, what's making that barking? And it turns out it's a freaking chipmunk, you know? It's not even a coyote. It's a freaking chipmunk barking. And deer bark and so many other things bark out there. But you have to be able to log all that and you have to be able to catch that on video because that's what proves they do that. You know, I can't tell you that um I had a video of a chipmunk. What was the chipmunk doing? Was it barking or was it whistling? Yeah, something. But until you see the video and hear what it sounds like, you don't know. Yeah, look, grasshopper barks too. So, do we have video of that? Who knows if that's real? Right, Kaiju. All you can do is present what you got, right? And that's the honest thing to do, is just to present the data. Present it. This is what I got. I don't know what it is, but there it is. You know, I'll go out again and maybe next time I'll catch a video of it. Or if it's consistent, because people say it happens every night or it happens this time or this time. And if that is such a consistent thing, then why can't they capture video along with the audio? Why? They don't want to be filmed. They're shy. That's when I tend to turn that off because I don't want to hear that, you know? Uh, we need proof. You need something. But I'll always say it is why haven't we gotten any more Patterson Gimlin or any more Freeman footage, stuff like that with all the equipment we have? Why? Why haven't we gotten dozens and dozens of that shit? And if we have and people are holding on to it, it's because they know we're not going to believe it. I'll probably be too shocked, Kaiju. Honestly, I probably will fumble. I'll drop something. I'll probably be too scared. Crickets. Yeah, I'll probably. I don't know. I think I'll be scared. I think I will be scared. But I think my flight, what is it? Flight? Freeze something flight. I think I'm gonna freeze, is what I think. I think I'm gonna be like total frozen. Um, yeah. Because even when I hear something out there, I'm never that far away from somebody. Um, you know, so I've had more fear thoughts of bears and mountain lions than any Bigfoot. So I don't know. Maybe I won't be afraid of a Bigfoot. But I do make sure that I have pepper spray. I always want to have something to protect me. And I do have a pew pew. I haven't felt like I needed it for specific areas. I know I don't need it. It's, and I guess you never know. Um, if I'm in a designated campground, never. I don't ever have that. But for these other areas that I've been looking at, I might need that on me for the human aspect, not anything else. Can't, yeah, and if it is a Bigfoot, I wouldn't be able to outrun it. I can't outrun anything. For me, it's keeping my head on a swivel and paying attention to my surroundings so that I can, if it is something and if it is a bear, that I can back out of there without anything happening. Danny, you're gonna shoot your balls. You're gonna shoot your Nazis off. Oh man. You'll have content for months if you do that. Like, I'm going to be getting these little cameras to put up, but they're to put up around my tent, right? Around my tent or my truck or whatever. Not necessarily to put way out there for me to see what animals, and that's a good thing too, to have the trail cams out there to see what's in your area. But I don't know how dedicated I am to looking at all that footage, or checking it out. I don't know. And I know trail cams will just shoot what, motion, whatever you set it at. So it shouldn't take you that long to do that, but I don't know. Not interested, I guess. No. I mean, I have the setup to put my GoPro up on there. I got the mount to put on there. But I know like TikTok has this new dash cam thing that looks pretty interesting, and it's like $30 or something less than that. I might do that. Invest in one of those. Because I think it actually looks forward and to the back. So it's just I'm not out there as much as you guys, And I thought I would be able to get out there more this year since my daughter's a senior, but you know what? She's doing more shit. She's not driving yet. She's training. We have her permit. We're going out every day after school driving. But Texas has a whole thing. You're not allowed to drive alone until 6 months after your permit is issued. And then you get your driver's license. You still can't drive alone until after you're like 18 or something. It's crazy, the laws, right? So, I mean, last night I was in the freaking rain going and picking her up from a volleyball game, and it was just deluge. And I took the truck because down by the Rio Grande, it floods right there. So I took the big truck so I could just go right through. It wasn't flooded though. It was raining hard, but it hadn't flooded yet. Right, Jen? Something little that is just not that is something, but I don't know if I want to dedicate these big old trail cams out there that people can see. I think it's kind of fruitless to have these huge trail cams and then they don't hide them. You're just sticking them up on the thing. I want something small that can sense movement, right? Set off by motion and is small. And they have so many new product out there. You don't need this big old thing to strap up on the side. You just need a little camera off an SD that can do that. And they make them. They absolutely make those things. I used to use a lot of surveillance equipment on one of my jobs. So I used to hide pinhole cameras inside electrical outlets. So there's ways, but of course that would end in a line that I would take all the way to a recorder. But now, you can do that. Oh, Kaiju, have you seen? Because Brent and I were talking about this, about getting drones, and I like the little hover air drone that can follow you. He wants me to get something else, but those are really cool to get footage of yourself walking, because you don't get yourself. I don't, you know, first last year I pointed half on me, half on the thing, and I didn't do that this year. People don't want to see me. So I just recorded forward. I think all my videos are just forward. So if you're going to see me, it has to be off of, well, no, I let Trackway hold my GoPro, or no, my camera for a little bit of the beaver pond, just so I have a little bit, that was good. That was good enough. But that one that follows you is cool. And I already can't remember what Brent told me to get. I don't remember. But I don't want it to be expensive because I'm not using this stuff every weekend. One more year and I'm going to be free. Free from running kids around. One more year. And I'm the only parent here. Okay, remember that. I have to be here in town for my kids. My husband's not here to take care of any issues. So when I take trips by myself, I have to be very wary that if I get hurt or I hurt myself, my kids, okay, have to deal with that. So yeah, something around that range, Kaiju. Okay, Jen. Yeah, because I want to know when you're leaving from Ohio. Should I get a flight to Ohio and we go together, or straight there to Whitehall or closest, whatever the place is? So yeah, let's talk about it later. We're coming up on what, an hour and 44. That's pretty decent little get together talking about stuff. So school, I started the day after Labor Day. We didn't have all the breaks kids do today. Yeah, and we have year-round school here in El Paso. Well, the school she goes to, so they get July off. That's it. Like 6 weeks. They get like 6 weeks off, and then they start school again. So August, what was it? August the 3rd was the first day, or August the 5th was the first day of school. I don't remember. I was in Arizona. I wasn't even here for her first day again. Last year, I was not here as well. I was in Washington. So I missed both her first day of school for her junior and senior year. So everybody have a good one. I think we're gonna. Here comes Grass. You can go ahead and go, because I'm gonna play another obnoxious music just for you. Yeah, pretty much just for you. And I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. See you in the next chat. Oh, tonight, don't forget, Trackway's gonna be doing 2 premieres tonight of the night run we had. So that should be interesting. Yes, Robert. Just a quick one. Yes. In the Southwest, everybody has air conditioning everywhere. 2 or 3 air conditionings. So see you guys later.